People say all the time, oh, if you like it, then I love it. And I tell y'all all the time, my motto is, if you like it, well, I still don't. And this Keith Lee situation is exactly why I say that.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you, on you, put you on my face. So shawty, come and swing my way.
Listen, I know y'all want to get to the tea, and baby, we will. But for those of y'all that's been baby, my name is Santana. I only been on YouTube since I was 26. It started off going telling stories about my girl. It's time for a channel update. Now, I tell y'all all the time that I read through each and every one of y'all comments, and you'll know that I did because I either heard it or reply to it. But with that being said, I've been listening to the girls. Sky, you should do live reviews. I would so cancel Zeus and just watch shows with you. Sky, what about Now That's TV shows? Sky, I love your music. I love to see more and know about your behind the scenes process. Well, girl, guess what? Sky got you. Now, full transparency, everybody and their mama know Sky don't work for free. And a lot of the extra content that y'all want, of course, I'm not able to do it on YouTube for obvious reasons like copyright. I'm sure we all remember that watch along I tried to do on YouTube, you know, a Baddies East reunion before they shut that all the way down. Hey, Bree at ZeusNetwork.com, how are you? So listen, I just want to be able to offer that content for y'all, but it will have to be behind a paywall over on Patreon.com/ScottSantana. Now, I get it. Half of us don't know where our next check coming from. Hell, we don't even know if we still gonna be alive a month from now to enjoy the content posted. Hello, America. How are you? So what I've done is rework my Patreon and adjusted the tiers to offer more bang for your buck by trying to make it as affordable as possible, starting at $7. I'm offering everything from watch-alongs to fight breakdowns to rating Daddy's OnlyFans content. Hello, Natalie, Scotty, how are you? And you know, music, writing, recording sessions, vlogs. Listen, anything that could get this channel shut down, we just gonna try and put it on over there. Clock it. All I ask is that you head on over to Patreon.com/ScottSantana. You know, take a good look at each tier, see what interests you and what you're able to afford, and support your girl so she can get to the bag like Miss Natalie Nye. Alana's Souls is back. It's a spirituality channel where I used to do tarot and astrology videos, and you know what? I decided to bring that channel back full time so that this channel can remain an entertainment only channel, and we can kind of keep like the topics separate. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to the bag like Natalie. I'ma still be posting my regularly scheduled YouTube content, but just know this, baby, if you're not a Patreon member, then you only gonna be getting half the tea. Okay? Not enough of me rambling, child. I think we made it past the part that was needed to get this video monetized, child. Nah, YouTube keep going. Let's get into it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea. But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
What is going on, y'all? It is Scott Santana, aka Cha-Cha-Cha-Chi-Chi. And we are back for another Let's Talk About It. Okay, because girl, we got to talk about it. Who is this? I need names. I need ads. I need social medias. I need Twitter accounts. I need Instagram accounts. Who is this man? Find him. ASAP. ASAP. Okay? Please and thank you. Okay? So like I said, we back for another little Let's Talk About It. And like I said, oh my God. Y'all probably not going to like me this video. Y'all not going to like what I have to say. Because I definitely have opinions. I have opinions. And this is just one of them times where everybody's just not going to agree. Everybody not going to be on the same page. Because I get what's out there. I get the social media fanfare. I get the storyline that's out there for social media. I get, you know, all the fans and all the people that actually support this person. And I also can see the other side and understand that, okay, you know, there's a lot of trolls out there that sit and wait for Mad Day. Like they wait for, you know, a person to be a person to do wrong. And then that's when everybody starts piling on them and everybody got so much to say, and all of a sudden everybody wanna come out and not like the person. Well, bitch, I've been not liking this motherfucker. Okay, I've been not liking this motherfucker. Been not ever since the whole Atlanta. No, it was. I feel like it was even before then. I feel like it was even before then. You know, sometimes you just look. Sometimes you just on social media, you be scrolling, and then you be like, oh, that's what all the hype is. Okay, well, it's not for me, not my cup of tea. You know, and then you keep it pushing, you keep it moving. That's what a mature person does. And so that's what I did. And then when everything that was happening down in Atlanta and Houston and, you know, the Keith Leaf tour, and I'm seeing the responses, I'm seeing the owners wanting to come out and fight, I'm seeing his responses. I was solidified in my opinion and in my stance as to why I didn't like this man. But y'all ate it right on up. Y'all ate it right on up and still kept jumping in front of the bullet for him. So we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it because I feel like this week, while it may not completely end his career, I feel like this week definitely showed him in a different light that we've already kind of been accustomed to, but the rest of y'all are catching up to see. But we're gonna talk about it after you go and like the video.
He stay with them deals. He cook it up like he making hella meals. He do it up. Bitch, I be gone off half a pill. I'm high as fuck. I'm trying to tell you, he the homie for real. Little nigga, that's my pub. Yeah, that's my pub. He already know what's up. Go to him, he hook it up. No, you cannot get a cup. Bitch, I'm gonna fuck it up. If you asking, that's a dub. This real nigga, that's a hub. He just save me from your bullshit.
In honor of Baddies D of Caribbean, we gonna have it on green.
Watch this.
What was that? What was that hanging from her skirt? First of all, what is that hanging from Biggie's skirt? Again? Again. How many fights they gonna have?
And I only fought you because you want to fight me. I didn't even want to fight you, Dave. Like, real shit. I really didn't even want to fight you. Real shit. No, real shit. That shit.
Let me make sure I heard that right. Okay, child. So let's get into it. So hopefully this shit don't get flagged and demonetized by BET and Viacom, child. Y'all know how they do. I heard on a couple of other channels that they was taking them down. But speaking of taking down, I'm gonna take him down. Who the hell is? Who is this? Who is this? Let me go ahead and screenshot because maybe we need to do our own dedicated video. Where is Waldo? Okay, because who is that? And I need to see what he looked like with his hair fully out. Because you know it do be making a difference, child. I do be making a difference. Some of these niggas be having boy braids. Okay, but hair be thin as shit. Okay? Listen, okay, but this is not about him. I mean, it could be, but it's not. So y'all, because I didn't do it, but y'all went ahead and watched the BET Awards or whatever. And, you know, everybody had things to say about, you know, Miss Taraji P and her hosting ability and whatnot. And honestly and truly, every clip that I saw, I was just like, don't invite her back. Don't call her back. Because everything I seen, it just seemed like it was egg on her face. Like every time I turned around, I saw her trying to make a joke and she ended up being the butt of the joke. And I was just like, please don't invite her back. Please don't invite her back. So obviously there was this one scene where she, I mean, y'all just saw the video clip, but where she approached Method Man's lookalike thinking that he was Keith Lee, and it wasn't. Okay? It wasn't. And that's what started where we are at now. Okay? So then Keith Lee ends up posting and then deleting a video of him throwing the rose Taraji gave him onto the ground. And he says, our name will be known in every room it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. With no confusion, God is amazing. And he throws the rose on the ground. So the rose that Taraji gave him, he ended up throwing it onto the ground. Now, a lot of people had a lot to say because, and see, this is one of them things that, like, and I literally just mentioned it in the whole Mariah versus Bianca Bonnie and Megan James situation, but like, y'all do this thing on social media and in real life too that I hate. And this is why I had a podcast a couple of years ago that is going to come back at some point called Let's Start There, because a lot of people like to jump in the middle of a situation, right? And things get so blurry and y'all just be overlooking so much to where it gets so blurry that now you try to assign accountability and responsibility to everybody. And yeah, okay, cool. Okay, if you slap me in my face and I come back with a bazooka, yeah, we both are accountable and should be held accountable for our actions. But like, it also must be said that you should have kept your hands to yourself and you shouldn't have slapped me. Right? Like A plus B equals C. That leads to D, E, F, G. So let's stop starting at F and then just acting like that was the starting. No. The live TV moment happened. She apologized. The response to that was Keith Lee coming out with a video, taking that same flower that she gave him, throwing it on the ground. Then proceeds to leave this holier than thou message, basically saying the people that need to know my name gonna know my name when it's time for them to know my name, and they're gonna know my name. And it was throwing shots, it was throwing digs at Taraji, not knowing his name. Okay, mind you, this is live TV. We've seen so many times, you know, like that's part of the whole live TV experience. And why a lot of people tune into the award shows, because you never know what's going to happen. It might be a fight that break out. Okay, during the Grammys, wasn't a rapper arrested? Like, come on. You know, there was one live TV show where they had Bow Wow, who was trying to get the show to commercial, and he kept counting down like 5 times, and it was just embarrassing. So you know that it's live TV, you know that there's a lot going on, you know there's a lot of moving parts, and you especially know that if your ass is right there, damn near front row, because you actually seeing it happen. So to be offended at your name not being right, knowing you are in somebody else's seat that your name tag wasn't on, I don't understand. I can understand, you know, okay, well, I'm on TV, get my name right. I get that. But like it should have went no more further than Taraji apologizing, simple hiccup, that's it. Where I have a problem is you now took it a step further. And again, you knew what you were doing. You have over 12 million followers. You created an account, took the rose that she gave you, threw it on the floor, put this sassy ass caption, and then you ended it with God is amazing. And that seems to be the typical MO for Keith Lee that I clocked a long time ago. Before we even get into anything else, let me see if I can bring up. I don't even know at what point it was.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Girl, shut up. I don't even know what point it was, but
hi, sweetie. How are you?
The real.
Excuse me. Hi, sweetie.
Yo,
Wait, is TikTok just not working? Let me see.
Ooh, put me on.
The real milk and honey.
Yeah, my family safety start coming into play. That's where I draw the line at.
I'm gonna go back to these videos.
But what can't happen is with my family or
Atlanta specifically.
Where's the original video?
Yesterday, me and my family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with Candy Birds walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hand.
No, I don't think that's the video. I'm trying to look for the original video. The one where they were supposed to be fighting him or something like that.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street and College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock.
Oh, girl, never mind all that. Y'all see the 444 right there? Oh, and the 111. Come on, Spirit. Come on. I know y'all see the 111 and the 444. Y'all better go to the site, thealigningSouls.com. And if it's down, then you better DM me. Go get you a personal reading, girl. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, ho. Okay.
We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car, and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet, the door's wide open, and it's people still going in and grab their orders. Now, we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far, being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in.
Pause. And see, this is why I'm going to pause it right here. And I don't know if this is the exact video that's going to prove the point that I'm trying to make. Because, again, all of this was like a couple of months ago. I feel like I did a video on it, but I don't know if I ever posted it. If I did, just go back to that. Because I'm sure I probably more than likely said the same thing. But my problem with Keith Lee is that he plays this whole innocent, aloof, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just asking a question. I'm just here to be of service and of God. And it's just like, nigga. Come on. I'm 31 now, and I've literally been on social media since its inception. And I've been infamous online for the last 10 years. You know what comes with this. And at 12 million followers, you know even more what comes with it. So it's like for him to do certain things, knowing how people are already going to respond, either one, don't do it, or two, stop with the whole holier than thou, trying to bring God into it, trying to act like you're so sensitive to people. Like, stop. Because it reads as inauthentic to me. It reads as inauthentic and unnatural to me. That's where the disconnect is that I have with this man. And that's why I've never really messed with him like that. Because it's like, we all know places, first of all, because we could really get into it. We all know a lot of Black businesses ain't ish. It just is what it is. Don't blame it on anybody. No, it's nobody's business to teach you business. You want to be in business, then you better go learn business. But we know that a lot of the businesses within our community, it'll be on some, okay, we only open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then when you come, you got to pay $80 for parking. The meals is like $60 a person. You got to order 5 drinks minimum. It's only about an hour time limit at the table. Like we know this. We know this, right? And especially with the place like Atlanta, you already know what is out there to expect. So when you are now doing a video and you make it a point to include that in your reviews, you can't try to cover it up and hide it up and be like, okay, let me tell you the bad about them. But no, it's not really bad. Maybe that's just the way that they do things. Maybe listen, maybe I'm just not their target audience. Like maybe, no, you know what you're doing, baby. You know what you're doing. It's that passive aggressive, I'm going to talk about you, but like I'm going to clean it up. And then I'm going to throw in a God is good, but love and light, and let's stay positive. But like after I just dragged you with gloves on. That's what I don't like when it comes to him. That's what I don't like when it comes to him. Because if you are going to be a food reviewer, I don't expect you to not have any negative critiques. Trust me, I'm not that person that's looking at Keith Lee to be like, saying just nothing but positive things about Black people just because of skin tone and because we share goddamn identity and race. Like, that's not realistic. So that's not what I'm saying at all. And nor am I expecting him to get online and drag people to filth. That's not what I'm saying either. But what I'm saying is that if you know that they're okay, like if you're going to take the approach of, oh, I'm just trying to be positive and love and light and positive critiques, but you also are very aware of what your 12 million follower account will do. By you having a platform, you know that people are going to go up there and threaten and do all of the extra stuff that is just completely out of your control, yes, but like not really, then don't further help push that. Like, you can't rile people up and give them a list of reasons to be mad and then say, no, but just calm down because we're just moving in love and peace. No, don't like, come on now. Y'all be giving Beyonce hell for less. Y'all be giving Nicki hell for less for things that they be having they barbs do. So it's just like, it's the whole accountability thing when it comes to Keith Lee for me that I just don't like. And then half the time his reactions are not authentic. It's not organic. I don't expect him to get online and start cursing people out, start, writing paragraphs and essays and all of that. I'm not expecting him to necessarily be unprofessional or not even that it's unprofessional because I do it. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's still not authentic. Like, if something pisses you off, then say that it pissed you off. But don't be like don't tell all the reasons why something happened that you did not like, but then try to clean it up. Like I don't know. And I hope people understand what I'm saying. I hope people understand what I'm saying. But that's the disconnect for me, because I'm like, you're not being real right now. You're not being authentic. And in no world am I going to believe that an MMA fighter, even if, okay, well, he was an MMA fighter and he learned how to calm down. Okay. But you're not going to tell me that an MMA fighter who specifically chose a career that's full of passion and rage and anger doesn't get angry sometimes, or isn't displeased sometimes, or isn't,
And they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal.
Okay, so if you're a normal person like everybody else, then it shouldn't have caught you off guard. It shouldn't have. Should I go back to the Taraji situation? It shouldn't have caught you off guard when that happened. Because baby, you saying that you're a normal person like everybody else. Okay, well, how the hell was Taraji supposed to know who the hell you was? I mean, aside from the fact that yes, that's her job and okay, but you claiming you want to be a normal person, right? So when Taraji mistakes you because your ass want to be basic, what we doing?
People, respectfully, if you're not gonna do it then, don't do it now. God bless you. But yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am gonna make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, it does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through. The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm. I don't have no malicious intent. But I always say I'm going to be 100% honest. And that comes with the good and the not so good. You don't know what nobody going through. So what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta and we on Main Street and it's a bunch of spots here. So
Okay. I'm trying to find a better way to explain what it is that I'm saying, because I know somebody gonna find a loopholes and be like, okay, well, what you want him to do? Just be authentic. Just be authentic and be more aware and accountable for what your platform is doing, because your platform is going based off of what you're saying. At some point, when you have 12 million followers, a disclaimer of what not to do is not enough, especially if you're putting the battery in their back. And again, like I said, I'm not one of them people that feel like, oh, he needs to say nothing but positive. No, drag them out of these businesses. Okay, if they doing bad, drag them out of them. So that was that road situation. Now you got a background understanding of why I don't necessarily rock with him. But then he doubled down on why I don't like him. And he spoke out about the Taraji incident and dropping the rose at the BET Awards. Mind you, I didn't even mention the fact that this was a post and delete. So you knew what you was doing when you uploaded it to 12 million followers. You knew what you was doing. Deleting it don't change a damn thing. You knew what you was doing. But he ended up coming out responding.
And right now, it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson.
Matter of fact, you know what? Because Instagram don't always be having the whole. They don't. Oh, I'm sorry. He got 16 million. I said 12. He got 16 million.
Last night was the BT Awards, and right now it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for 1 second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I let it fall on the floor?
In my hand and I let it fall on the floor.
I let it fall on the floor. It looked like you threw it on the floor. And then on the goddamn message of the video, what does he say? It was deleted because my message was completely misconstrued. No, there is no misconstrued. If somebody hands you a rose as a compliment and you throw it on the floor, but then now you getting online saying you deleted it because your message was misconstrued and that you didn't throw it on the floor, that it just kind of fell off onto the floor as though you was walking and it fell out your pocket. No, how? That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's the inauthenticity for me. It's the ingenuity for me as to why I can't connect with this man. Because you're not standing on business when it comes to your emotions. It's hiding behind this whole love and light fake persona. And it's not real. It's not like, just say what it is. You got in your feelings. You felt slighted because you felt like, well, y'all reached out to me to be here. And also it must be said that you accepted the invite there. So even the BET, yeah, BET reached out to me and they wanted me here. Okay, and you also wanted to be there because you came and you brought your wife. Y'all both wanted to be there. So it was an equal give and take. And it's okay. Nobody's saying that he should not feel slighted because it was a miscommunication. Okay. Feel slighted. Because yes, it can be kind of embarrassing. This is my one TV moment and then you messing up my name and my what? Okay, but it should have been nothing more than a simple apology, and that's that. You took it a step further by getting online, not to your 12 million, but as we just discovered, 17 million. Yeah, because we're gonna round it up. We're gonna round it up. Y'all know people love drama, so by the end of the day, he probably gonna have 20 million. Yeah. But you heard the apology in person, took it upon yourself to then post the video because you and your feelings, you and your ego of you intentionally throwing the rose on the ground, then deleted it. And then now you getting online in a TikTok gaslighting us as though we did not just see what we saw and saying, oh, I deleted it because the message was completely misconstrued. How the fuck we twist shit up? How I twist up what I saw with my own two eyeballs? How that happen? Mr. Keith Lee. So what I'm talking about. There's just no connection. I much would have rather him been like, yeah, I was in my feelings, I was in my ego. I uploaded something that I probably shouldn't have, and in hindsight, I can see how that could be a bit offensive. Because at the end of the day, whether or not my name mess up was intentional or not, I don't believe it was intentional. I don't believe she had any harm. And I was in my ego. That's it. But let's get into what he got to say.
Last night was the BT Awards, and right now it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for 1 second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't.
Okay, Keith.
Mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment.
That's what I mean by the passive aggressive bullshit. You threw the rose on the floor and then videotaped it to show the world of you throwing the video on the floor after she had given it to you. That's what I mean by the passive aggressive BS. And y'all think people just piling on him. No, there's a disconnect there. And it's been throughout everything. But okay.
Segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife.
So then that's what you should have did. You should have sat there and ate your damn food. You should have sat right there and ate your food. That's what should have happened. Y'all should have been happy to even be in the room because, see, baby, if this was 20 years ago, baby, because technically, if we really want to get into it, baby, you sitting in Beyonce seat. You sitting in Nicki Minaj and J-Lo and Kanye West. And, well, it was 20 years ago, so Diddy seat. You understand what I'm saying? But because all of our big, great hitters and, you know, they ain't got no choice but to get down to the Instagrams to get the Keith Lees and the B. Simones and the Pretty V's and the Blame It on Quays. And I mean, they're all great in their own right, but not BET Awards great. What happened to their little social media award show that they did that 1 or 2 years? What happened to that? Now they deserve to be in the same seats that Beyonce and Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry and Rihanna and all of them was sitting in at once upon a time. Girl, y'all need to be lucky that y'all was even in the room.
Looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety, and for me, just to get out.
Okay, and then that so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring up mental health now because see, ooh, do y'all realize how often that happens? Do y'all realize how often that happens? Just even the word mental health is so triggering for me because it's like, bitch, you mean you sad today? No, but if I say mental health, then that automatically makes somebody mind go to the darkest of deaths. Meanwhile, I just got a whole paper cut. But if I say mental health, you're going to think I need to be placed on suicide watch. So now you're going to treat me with kid gloves and more care. See how that works? People could be out here whole terrorists, terrorizing their communities. Well, let them be like, I make mistakes. I'm human. I'm just trying to learn. You know, some days my mental health, oh my God. Oh my God, we got to rally around them. We got to protect them. Let somebody bring out the Bible and start talking all about God. Oh my God, we got to wrap our arms around them. Let's protect them. Like, just start clocking it when it happens. Just start clocking it. Because honestly and truly, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because it's gonna cause a lot of discourse. My channel, I don't care. If you that damn depressing, your mental health is that much effed up. If that social anxiety is that much effed up, then you should have stayed your ass home. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of people out here with a lot of anxiety and depression and all of that, and it's function. I get all of that, baby. You would know half the shit I go through if I didn't say it. I totally get it. But let's stop using those things as a crutch when you choose to still participate in reality and participate in the world. Like, you chose to do that. You put your social anxiously ass into a situation that was social. So I don't want to hear it being brought up because you're not getting brownie points from me. You're not. Oh, what you want me to say? Oh, welcome to the world. You finally joined. Girl, that's your problem, and your problem only to go home and deal with. But I don't want to hear that in the midst of social media reading you and dragging you to filth, rightfully so. Because, girl, you know you had social anxiety before that. What does that have to do with you throwing a rose on the ground, taking a video of it, and uploading it to Instagram or TikTok or wherever you uploaded it? Your ass wasn't socially anxious then. You wasn't anxious about all the backlash you was going to face off of social media then. But now you want to be anxious because you uploaded that to social media. And now people coming at you. Now you want to be like, I've always been my mental. Okay, girl.
And being that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment.
You wasn't a fan when you threw that rose down. Girl. It was giving baby boy. Baby boy.
And had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. Another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us.
No shade. It looks like shade. No shade. It looks like shade. if I didn't know the context behind this, I would have slapped the shit out of her. I would have, because let's rewind that real quick. That don't look like somebody being shady.
For this situation to take away from her
And
moment.
again, nobody's saying that they can't be annoyed. Nobody's saying that they can't be annoyed, but just be very clear about what's on. Because again, Keith, you're not about to come down to the social media and tell us what the hell we saw. That's what you're not about to do. You're not about to tell us what we saw. You might have been there, but we watched you there. So maybe you're unaware of what was on your wife's face. Maybe you're unaware of how you came off. But we're watching. So when we tell you that this is what we see, maybe you should listen.
And our moment was unfair to both of us.
Another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it
looking stank.
Seemed like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself
understand. And then the hand movement. Watch the hands.
The flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us.
And then she made the Carrie Hilson face. I'm sorry, not the Carrie Hilson out. Carrie Washington face. She made the Olivia Pope face.
The flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully. It seemed like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing.
And she still had that face. And he had that face.
Was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly.
I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight.
So why? Ooh, the contradictions. I never longed for the spotlight. Wow, let me guess. Because of your mental health? Because you're socially anxious? You never longed for the spotlight, but yet you grew your account to 12 million followers. It's a lot of faceless accounts out here. Hello? Pot calling. Okay, it's a lot of faceless accounts out here. Okay, but you never wanted the social fame. No, he didn't. No, Mr. Keepley didn't. Okay, but now your ass is up to 17 million without a faceless account. And then they invite you to the BET Awards and then you show up. They could have invited you and you could have been like, it's okay, I'll be up in the rafters. I'll be in the back box seats. I'll be in the back. You know, I don't want to be on camera. But you said yes, knowing damn well that all of that was going to be part of the show and part of the experience and part of your experience.
I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that.
Especially for those
I'm always
especially for that to be our introduction. It was an extremely important moment for us. Then take it and stop bitching about it like a little.
Be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we gonna be is gonna change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. With no confusion.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When I say, okay, because maybe if you didn't understand what I was trying to say earlier, maybe you'll understand it now. But this is what I mean when I say he started getting into his whole guru, Jill Scott, love is love. I'm Omarion. I'm high vibing. And it's like, well, what you're saying is real. What you're saying is positive. What you're saying is authentic to real life. It's not authentic to this situation because that was not your emotion. That's not how you felt. That is not like, because you can't come to me and say love is love. I'm not offended. I was never offended, and everybody gets their moment. When in a moment where you felt slighted for having your moment, like it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction. It's a contradiction. Like, and I don't know if he says these things to divert away from how he really feels, but it doesn't match up. It doesn't align for me.
Journey, about this ride, about where we at.
You understand? She made it up on the fly.
I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't,
I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we going to be is going to change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me.
The Rose concluded that was a lie. The Rose on the floor concluded that was a lie.
Will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued. And I stand.
I think the part that's missing for me, again, like I keep saying, it's the connection. It's the human connection. It's the connection back to self. You can say all of that, Keith Lee, but what really needs to be said, even if you're going to say all of that, you get on camera and you say, listen, y'all, what's for you is supposed to be for you. When it's your time to shine, you're going to shine. And when it's not your time, it's not your time. You sit back, you be patient. What happened and what you guys saw on the award show, and then even the post that I made, that was a reaction to me getting inside my own ego and me being visibly upset in the moment that I thought was supposed to be my moment because of other outside issues, whether it was Taraji or the network. What I felt like was supposed to be my moment, I felt a little cheated and I felt a little bit robbed. But please understand, when it's your moment, it's going to be your moment. And you may not know exactly how that's going to happen. So just focus on the fact that it's your moment and it's here, and not, getting caught up in your own head and your emotions, because at the end of the day, we aren't able to determine when our moment happens or how it happens. That's up to the universe. And so I just want people to take this as a learning experience, and the takeaway lesson should just be the fact that we're grateful. We're grateful for the experience overall and for the acknowledgement. That's how you sell an audience. That's how you win back people that, even if they loved you before, after this whole Rose debacle being thrown on the floor, that's how you win them back. The humility, there's I don't know what it is. I can't, and hopefully somebody can explain it for me in the comments, because I know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like there's a certain way I can say it, but it's almost like cockiness, but in a passive aggressive way. How can I say the word maxed? I'm gonna just say veiled up and clouded in the illusion of being like a spiritual guru or being like a leader or like a teacher, right? It's just I would connect more if you were like, listen, everybody has their moment. I thought this was my moment. I felt a little cheated. I felt a little robbed. But you know what? I learned, okay, sometimes your moment doesn't always look like how you expect it to be, or it doesn't go as planned. But it still doesn't take away the fact that that was a moment and an opportunity for me. And you know what? I apologize for my behavior, but at the same time, I am grateful. Not getting online and basically saying, listen, I'm going to be me. I'm going to keep doing me. What y'all saw you didn't see, you actually got it confused, because that's not what happened. That's not what I said. And I'm not blaming her, even though I put up a video where it looked like I was blaming her. I'm not blaming nobody. At the end of the day, everybody get their moments, and that just wasn't mine. I felt like that wasn't mine. Okay, Mr. Lee.
Stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen.
I think also, too, the calm approach definitely clouds people's judgment, because it's true. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes you catch more bees with honey than milk, or whatever the term is, right? So because he's not all blah, because he's not, doing the most, people can fall in love with his soft demeanor and be like, oh my God, he's so right. And and the whole time the nigga was saying a whole bunch of bullshit. But because he's calm, and then he does the thing with his hands and he's speaking to you and, making eye contact, you might feel like what he's saying is gospel, but it's really a bunch of bull crap.
Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on the journey with me and that's still on the journey with me, I'm forever grateful. Whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on it.
So he did end up saying a variation of what I just said that he should say. But I'm still not jocking it.
The journey with me, and that's still on the journey with me. I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it
And
is.
what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I told y'all oh my God. I'm telling y'all, it's like 5 good cards that people always gonna bring up. And it's not to negate anybody's experience, but I don't care. I'm gonna always bring it up because I always want y'all, like, I just want y'all, when you hear these things, I just want you to ask, is this a bad call right now? Or is this a true cry for help? Bring up mental health, bring up gender, bring up skin tone, bring up being human and making mistakes. It's not to say that those things don't actually happen out there, okay? People do make mistakes. People are allowed to, repent and become better and learn. There is a lot of BS that happens and a lot of necessary social media campaigns that are, worth it, and conversations that are worth it. But I just want people to start deciphering for themselves. Start using your own judgment, because it's a lot of go-to statements that people use just to cover up some BS or to deflect. I'm only human, or girl, I got it so hard, and men hate us, and it's just like, okay. And either you're gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. And if you get in my comments because you don't get it, I'm not explaining. You will be blocked. Have a good day. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because there's always one or two that's like, so Sky, what you saying is you don't actually believe that. That's not what I said. It's not what I said. If I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. But if it was, then take notes. I say that all the time. So that was his message. Let's go ahead and get over to Taraji. And shout out to my subbies, show. Shout out to y'all, because even when I do these videos, I might mention 1 or 2 things that maybe a person said or whatever, but it's never everybody. You know what I mean? It's never everybody. It's small percentage. So as much as I acknowledge those idiots and trolls, I also want to acknowledge those that actually get it. Okay, I rock with y'all. I love y'all. Okay, I love when people actually listen to what it is that I have to say and hear me the first time, because I'm not going to re-explain myself. That's why my videos are so long. Baby, just restart. Just restart the video. I don't explain myself. I'm 31. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Taraji's response. So she ended up clapping back at you know what? Y'all ain't like the video in a while. What are we doing? Go like the video. Okay, so Taraji ended up clapping back, and she had this to say: life really is too short for this behavior. He wasn't in his seat. They give celebrity assigned seats. I rehearsed all damn day to go hit my mark, and that young man wasn't in his seat, so he missed his moment. His ego was hurt. He will be fine. I cleaned it up at the end of the show. No love lost here. And that's where it should have stopped and ended. I don't know if Keith is feeling himself. I don't know what's going on, but that's where it should have stopped and ended, honestly. And, one could argue that these social media stars are starting to feel themselves, because you got Miss Netta and Charles that was allegedly arrested and detained, thinking that they could just go and get into the BET Awards, and then there's a whole situation and video that we're going to do in regards to that. And, I mean, let's go through the comments. To be honest, after she apologized on live TV, it should have ended there. Exactly. No TikTok necessary. Right. And was a darn joke skit. He could have just gone with it and be done. Right. He be doing too much. It should have, but people were coming for him, so he addressed it. He didn't respond disrespectful at all, and he's allowed to feel jilted. So that's not disrespectful? That's not disrespectful? Okay. Perfect response, because he was too damn dramatic with the throwing of the rose. Like, boy, please. She did nothing wrong, and she apologized. A mistake was made. She apologized. He dragged it out, so her response wasn't wrong. I didn't think his explanation was rude, though. It's not his... It wasn't necessarily his... But, I mean, it was his explanation for me as well. But it's the rose of it all. And then the way he explained it. Even if he felt it wasn't his moment and wasn't his rose, and even if he felt he needed to get rid of it, to film himself dropping it and post it was unnecessary, and now he got the moment he was looking for. Boom. He was being extra and messy. Clock it, right. I totally agree. I'm a fan of Keith Lee, but recording himself dropping a rose was unnecessary and bound to stir controversy. You know what this reminds me of? The teacher who... Before all the controversy started, he said, and I know this is going to get y'all panties in a... Well, that's not what he said, but... Por favor, whatever the word is, child. Like, he basically said, I know this is going to cause up controversy and stir up drama, and then when that's exactly what happened, he went to come back crying. No. No. A-list celebrity is greater than a foodie TikToker, be for real. Taraji did a spectacular job holding down a 3.5-hour live broadcast with dozens of scripts and dozens of interactions. People have attacked her, calling her drunk, unprofessional, etc. because of this interaction. So she has every right to defend herself. She does. Exactly. Everybody don't know who Keith Lee is, nor is everybody obligated to know him. His seat was moved. She did her job. Case closed. Right. Because you know how many people did not know who Keith Lee was until he went and reviewed Candy's OLG? Honestly and truly, Keith Lee, even though he was popular on TikTok, a lot, like, he didn't really start making the blogs until the Real Milk and Honey situation and until the Candy OLG, situation. That's when a lot of people discovered him. And I know that because I watch a lot of people who talk about hot topics, and a lot of them was like, oh, I heard of him, but I didn't really know. Oh, this is who he is? Oh, okay. Am I the only one that didn't think he blamed her for anything? He literally said that they changed his seat, which proves that the rose wasn't for him. So why would she do all this? It's not about him blaming her. It's about broken record at this point. Broken record at this point. Because it's just like, do people be listening with their ass? It's the fact that he had the rose and threw it down. And yes, he moved seats, but the rose was for him. Let me know what y'all thought about all of this down in the comment box below, chat. As if I get fucked. Okay, and definitely make sure you go and you stream my music as if you get fucked. Okay? Go ahead and subscribe to that Patreon, but please make sure that, when you're subscribing, that you read through all the tiers, because the starter tier is literally just for watch-alongs, and it does not include, the extended videos, the extended videos and exclusive Patreon only content, and whatever else I decide to do over there. So just keep that in mind when y'all joining the Patreon. I appreciate everybody who has already done so. I look forward to everybody else that is going to continue to do so, and I'm gonna just be saying it in all my videos. These videos are going to be capped at 45 minutes. I'm not going to be putting up hour-and-a-half long videos on YouTube like that no more. It's just 45 minutes is more than fair. It's just more than fair. Okay. So the extended versions of these videos and the full versions will be living over on Patreon as an extra, benefit for those people that are, subscribed. Okay. So I love each and every one of y'all. Allegedly. And HD audio. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
I'm bad, I'm pretty, hot and ditty. Thick ass shape, any sick ass city. Pussy on fire, cause she stay giving kitty. Bring the whole town every time I'm in your city. I'm the bitch that you wanna be round. See, I'm the bitch, I'm the one with the crown. And I'm the bitch bringing cake by the pound. Have me on my knees, every day blinds, bitch, I'm going down. Deadly ass top, dope game is a killer. Stomach is available to be a babysitter. No need to be shy, put the thing up in it. Nothing wrong with a late night dinner, nigga.
Ass so fat, irritated, so like Skittles. Turn the shit around and watch how I jiggle. You better walk notice ass back there and wiggle. I never had shake that thing in the middle. Ass so fat and it tastes like Skittles. Turn the shit around and watch how I jiggle. You better walk notice